Those final days for Liam Payne were all spent inside the hotel in Argentina. Investigators are now questioning hotel workers and witnesses who say they saw him acting erratically in the hours before he fell to his death. The question now is, did the drugs found in his system affect his mood or his state of mind?
Just hours before his tragic fall from a Buenos Aires hotel, Liam Payne was caught in a chilling final photo that's now gone viral. The former One Direction star was captured in a quiet moment in the hotel lobby. Some described his behavior as unusual that night, and a recent report even revealed a powerful substance in his system. Watch the video till the end to know more about it.
The entertainment world has been shaken by the tragic death of Liam Payne, a former member of the popular boy band One Direction.
Well, today we're learning new details into this horrific incident coming from the toxicology test results. Eliezer Marte here now with more.
We are just confirming with police in Buenos Aires that Liam Payne has died at the age of 31. Police say in a statement that he fell from the third floor in a hotel. I want to read you part of the statement that we have obtained from police in Argentina, Jake.
The world froze when the news broke that Liam Payne had passed away. It felt unreal, like something that couldn't possibly happen to someone as alive and full of energy as Liam. Fans first saw the news through social media and news sites, but no one wanted to believe it. For many, Liam wasn't just a celebrity. He was someone who felt like a friend because he shared so much of himself with his fans. As more confirmations rolled in, the reality hit harder, and social media blew up with posts of disbelief and sadness. Fans started sharing their favorite memories, song lyrics, and photos to honor him. On every platform, people were posting tributes. Hashtags like #R, IPLIAMPAYNE, and #REMEMBERLIAM trended everywhere, with people from all over the world sharing how much Liam's music and personality had impacted them. Celebrities and public figures also shared their thoughts, some posting stories of working with him or meeting him. It was like everyone was part of one big family, all feeling the same sadness and shock. Just before Liam passed, a photo of him started going viral. It was one of the last photos anyone took of him, and it felt like it carried a strange energy. At first, people just shared it as a cool, recent photo of him, but as soon as the news hit, fans looked back at the picture with a whole new perspective. The way he looked, his expression, and even his body language in that picture were analyzed over and over. Everyone was looking for clues, trying to figure out if there was something in that moment that hinted at what was to come. This image shows Liam in a quiet moment in the lobby of the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires, looking relaxed, but a bit serious. He's dressed in a white sleeveless shirt, revealing his iconic tattoos. It's the kind of outfit that fans would instantly recognize him in. Stylish but effortless, with his inked arms on display. People wonder what might have been going on in his mind at that moment. Was he stressed, tired, or perhaps just relaxed before heading back to his room? The last day of Liam Payne's life in Buenos Aires was supposed to be like any other day. He was in the city to support his friend and former One Direction bandmate, Niall Horan, who had a performance scheduled. Liam's day likely began with the normal activities one would expect. Maybe he grabbed breakfast, talked with people around the hotel, or even planned to catch up with Niall later. But as the hours went by, hotel staff and others around him noticed he seemed a bit different. Some described his behavior as erratic, which is a way of saying he wasn't acting like himself. He interacted with a few people, but not for long, and spent some time by himself. Around this time, he was spotted in the hotel lobby, which is where the now famous last photo of him was taken. He looked like he was lost in thought, leaning against a wall as if taking a moment to himself. Later, he took the elevator up to his room, and it was there, according to reports, that his behavior became even more unusual. The tragic fall that took Liam Payne's life happened in the early hours after he was last seen. After heading up to his hotel room, a series of events led to the unimaginable. From what is known, Liam fell from his room's third-floor balcony at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel. This sudden fall shocked everyone, from the hotel staff to the fans who heard the news. At first, details were unclear. Some reports labeled it as an accident, while others hinted it might have been intentional, but nothing was confirmed right away. Buenos Aires police responded to the incident almost immediately, and emergency services quickly arrived. According to the head of emergency services, Alberto Crescenti, Liam's injuries were severe. He suffered a fatal skull fracture and other traumatic injuries, which unfortunately meant that by the time medical help arrived, it was too late to save him. Resuscitation was attempted, but the impact of the fall had caused injuries that were beyond repair. The hotel staff and emergency team worked together to confirm Liam's identity, using his passport and other documents. Eyewitnesses have shared some chilling details about Liam Payne's last hours, painting a picture of someone who seemed far from his usual self. The hotel staff, who were some of the last people to interact with him, noted that his behavior was erratic and even disturbing at times. One staff member mentioned that he appeared anxious, almost as if he was pacing around the lobby or talking to himself. Guests also reported seeing him acting out of character, though no one could have known the seriousness of what was about to happen. For the people working at the Casa Sur Hotel, dealing with guests acting strangely is probably not new. But Liam's actions stood out enough that several staff members took notice. Some said he looked lost or distracted, while others described him as agitated. But in the moment, it was probably just seen as a celebrity having a rough day, something that didn't initially ring any major alarms. Liam Payne's toxicology report brought some answers, but also left people with more questions. After his tragic fall, investigators conducted tests to see if any substances in his body might have affected his behavior. The results revealed that Liam had several drugs in his system, including a powerful substance known as Cristal, which can cause extreme aggression and hallucinations. Other drugs, including cocaine and crack, were also found. Additionally, there was evidence of alcohol, which can make these drugs even more dangerous when combined. The report also mentioned finding an aluminum pipe in Liam's hotel room. It's believed that he used it to smoke some of the drugs found in his system. This discovery explains why hotel staff and other guests described his behavior as erratic and destructive in the hours before his fall. It's possible that the combination of these substances, along with whatever personal issues he was facing, led to the tragic outcome. The 911 call from the Casa Sur Hotel, along with statements from the hotel manager, give a closer look at just how concerned people were for Liam's safety. According to reports, the manager called emergency services in a state of distress, explaining that Liam was drunk on drugs and alcohol and was causing damage to his hotel room. He described Liam as out of control, explaining that he was breaking objects and acting violently. The manager's words, filled with urgency, showed just how serious the situation had become. During the call, the manager stressed the need for immediate help, mentioning his worry that Liam might hurt himself, especially since the room had a balcony. It's clear that the hotel staff tried their best to manage the situation, but they quickly realized they were dealing with something beyond their control. This call has become an important piece of the story, as it reveals how desperate the staff was to get help before things took a tragic turn. Liam Payne's behavior leading up to his tragic fall has left people with a lot of questions. Fans and those close to him have been trying to understand why he acted the way he did that night. Many believe the drugs and alcohol found in his system may have made his emotional struggles worse. Sometimes, substances like these can bring out feelings or emotions that might normally be hidden, especially if someone is already going through a rough time. People close to Liam described him as usually calm and collected, which is why his behavior that night was so shocking. Some even said it was out of character, like he was a different person. There were reports that he'd been feeling overwhelmed lately, dealing with issues in his personal life and possibly the pressure of his career. While it's normal for anyone to have bad days, his actions seem to point to something deeper. Fans have been speculating about what could have triggered this. Some believe that the pressures of fame and being constantly in the spotlight might have taken a toll on him. Others think he may have been dealing with unresolved personal issues that finally came to the surface. Whatever the cause, it's clear that something was deeply troubling him. The reactions from Liam Payne's close friends and family were filled with heartbreak and sadness. His girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, shared a touching message, calling him her angel and expressing her grief over losing him. She wrote that she would always love him, showing how deep her feelings were and how much he meant to her. Losing someone close is never easy, But for those who knew Liam personally, the pain was even greater because they saw a side of him that fans didn't always get to see. Danielle Peazer, who was Liam Payne's first serious girlfriend during his One Direction days, shared a heartfelt and emotional tribute to him on social media. Just weeks before his tragic death, Liam had reached out to Danielle, congratulating her on the happiness she found with her partner, Sonny, and their newborn daughter, Mia. Danielle, who dated Liam on and off from 2011 to 2013, took to Instagram on October 20th, just 4 days after his passing, to remember him and the unique bond they shared. In her post, Danielle expressed how much that final message from Liam meant to her, saying it was something she would cherish forever. In her tribute, Danielle opened up about their long, complex relationship, describing him as someone who could make her feel like she was on top of the world, yet also be the one who wound her up the most. Their on-again, off-again romance was filled with memorable moments, disagreements, and laughter. She reflected on how, despite going their separate ways in 2013, they continued to check in on each other over the years, creating a connection that lasted over a decade. Liam's former One Direction bandmates also posted their own messages, sharing how much he meant to them. Zayn Malik, in particular, delayed part of his tour out of respect, showing how much he was affected by the loss. Harry Styles, Niall Horan, and Louis Tomlinson each shared memories and messages, reminding fans of the bond they all shared. Their responses showed that even though they had gone their separate ways, their friendship was still strong. Justin Bieber also shared a heartfelt Instagram post, showing fans lighting candles and leaving flowers in Liam's memory. The video was a beautiful tribute, with Justin simply writing "Rest easy" as he shared it with his followers.